Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, The New Powerpuff Girls, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Sam Quattro.
Hello.
And Justin Cummings.
Hi, everybody.
Today, Sam, Justin, and I will be discussing the July 27th episode of Stubmer Steven Monster Reunion, the highly anticipated Monster Reunion. We're discussing every episode of Summer of Steven or Steven's Summer Adventures here on the Overly Animated Podcast. You can check us out at overlyanimated.com and tune in here for every weekday for the new episode and our podcast discussion on it. Spoilers for this episode, actual spoilers, unlike the previous 4 episodes, and for all the rest of this. However, no spoilers for future episodes. Okay, I would like to finally pronounce the centipedal ban over officially. It was
I worked so hard. I worked so hard to get this ban lifted.
It was good.
It never lifted by my own accord.
You did nothing. Yeah, it was the show. So
I fought so hard.
You theorized so hard. Yeah, I guess in retrospect, this was obviously going to be the centipedal episode because of the first one.
Really?
But when I said that, it was a terrible theory.
Yeah, well, it's because I didn't remember the first episode. I went back and watched that today, though. So it's like the same naming scheme. So like that seems.
But that's what I said.
Well, okay. So in retrospect, yes, I feel like that wasn't anyway. Let's discuss Monster Reunion. A lot to talk about here, including big centipedal theories and previewing big rose theories. I've actually been I've been sitting on the episode for an hour, so I'm starting to theorize. All these episodes are leaking early now, but whatever.
Wow, you knew and you didn't share it with me.
No, you can wait till 7. Yeah, but Sam, you couldn't. What are your thoughts on Monster Reunion?
It was amazing. Centipedal is my new favorite gem, just so you know. So Pearl can just like take a back seat because Centipedal is where it's at now. It was so much. It was like exactly what we needed after trudging through the boardwalk character episodes.
Yeah.
But it was really good. Maybe not like it. I probably wouldn't put it in like my top 5.
Was Centipede your favorite gem before, or is this
no,
just after this episode?
Obviously not. But
so I don't think you can do that from one episode. I feel like that.
Yeah, yes, I can.
Okay, fine.
Don't question. Okay, if you can like Lapis after like what?
Yeah, but we don't view Lapis episodes.
If you can like Jane after 1.
Okay, that's a good point.
No, okay, yeah. Okay. Lapis was Dylan's favorite gem after the 2-parter and in between, like when she came back. So, just so you know, Dylan,
okay, that's fair.
You also picked.
There's slight difference because Lapis was, I don't know. I mean, I guess.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
Does he had a real face? Or are you
yes.
discriminating?
Yes, Lapis. That's exactly what I was saying. Lapis
Be
had like a real
sensitive,
face.
Dylan.
I know. I'm sorry. We'll discuss the parallels between what the corruption and stuff and what they talk about. But yeah, Justin, chime in on this. What are your thoughts on Monster Union?
So anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge Centipedal fan, have been. Monster Buddies is one of my favorite episodes, so I'm biased. This is one of my favorite episodes now. I loved it. It wasn't what I expected, but I think it's better than what I expected. I expected, Centipedal's fixed, hooray, but we didn't get that. We got something a lot more complex, and I think we needed that. It was interesting, it was good, it was heartbreaking. I just stopped crying before we started recording. It was a good episode.
Oh, man.
Centipedal is also my favorite gem, but I already had that. So
you can't.
I had that.
We're all just hopping ship.
You just such bandwagon.
You know me. You know me though,
dude.
Dylan,
talk to me.
I'm the reason you banned Centipedal.
Talk to me after the finale, and then we'll see. They're too recent to be claiming this is your favorite gem. Anyway,
I've been saying it since Monster Buddies.
Okay, well, we'll see. Monster Buddies, yeah, I rewatched Monster Buddies. It was a good episode. They brought a lot of stuff back from that. This episode, Monster Union, is very, very good. This is another great example of advancing the mythology of the show kind of through these subtle moments, although this was like less subtle, I guess. I mean, it's a little slightly disappointing to not see like actual Centipedal, but I think this is a
What?
like a portent of the like where we're going with the show. Like we're not getting like what we want now, and I think this is well we'll discuss at the end, but it definitely seems like we're going to dark places. Like I feel like in season 1 this would be like we get to see like fully healed Centipedal. Like, but
Right, we would have gotten a Lapis moment.
yes, but I think we're kind of a different show right now, and we're slowly going to a different place. It is interesting putting Centipedal in this spot. We're like right before the end of the season arc. I don't know what that arc is, but like we're clearly getting something. And I guess this is a good time to do it. I really like the storytelling they do through it. Just the advancement of the show's mythology. I mean, this is like theories on the January Stephen Baum level type like episode. It's like and they did it in an episode that's not super relevant to the overall plot. I mean, really, this episode seems super significant, but it's really just a one-off. Like Centipedal's probably not going to matter too much later, although we could always revisit her again.
But Steven did get his healing powers back.
Right, and we did another thing with Steven's powers. We're clearly I think at this point we got a few lanes that we're going in, and we'll talk about that.
Steven is the new Pink Diamond.
Well, yes, I have. I'm going to reignite the Pink Diamond discussion at the end. I don't know if we should do it now, but
I'm saying it now.
that's not what I'm going to say.
I
It's
can
similar.
You can't control
see
me.
that.
It's similar. But yeah, we're clearly doing something. Like I just love the dynamic in this episode, the storytelling we get through. It's all really good. I mean, this isn't like a top 15, 20 episode. It's maybe slightly outside of that, but it's very, very solid. And yeah, this is very refreshing after not much plot advancement for a while. And seems like we're gonna go right into things. Some big episodes coming up. So let's discuss Monster Union. Then we'll discuss the Diamond stuff at the end because there's a lot to talk about here. So okay, overall, for my first question is, what is Centipedal like? What gem? We don't know.
An
There's-
emerald.
An emerald?
I've
She's
heard
green.
turquoise.
Yeah, but well, now that we've seen this episode, does this episode illuminate anything involving what gem?
Who cares?
I
Well-
mean, I think the fact that we didn't see her healed kind of rules out the smoky quartz theory, but beyond that, we have nothing.
Right. So we see that she was like a commander, or
She was
not a
captain.
commander, a captain of a ship of people looked similar to her. Her drawing kind of had like crowns on the crew members. It was interesting.
Looks like hair.
Maybe it was like hair. I don't know why the hair was the notable part, but yeah, it's interesting stuff. Like, you think like we're going to some sort of direction of like learning more about gems, but at the end we learn more about diamonds instead. Justin, what are your overall takeaways with regards to Centipedal in this episode? What do you think's like the big takeaway with her character?
I think what was really interesting here is this. I guess they kind of used her as a way to make us sympathize with Homeworld. Like that scene where she's talking about getting separated from her army, all of this happening, people dying everywhere, told in crayon, still managed to elicit emotion and make you actually sympathize with someone fighting against the crystal gems.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the fact that I thought that was a very, very smart approach, because typically we only sympathize with the Homeworld characters until they've had some kind of redemption arc like Peridot. This was different. This was simply war is terrible. And I thought that was a very subtle way and a very interesting way of kind of showing not all Homeworld gems were terrible people. So not so much her character, more of what they used her character to accomplish.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's one big takeaway for sure. It's that we see we've recently gotten a similar Homeworld story told through Lapis, but Lapis wasn't like fighting for Homeworld. She was just like collateral damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost, and as we'll see probably soon, it's meant to. That's kind of the opposite side of this. It's like crystal gems being bad. But yeah, this is the first time we're like clearly put in the perspective of Homeworld gems, and Centipedal's story definitely makes it seem like she's not like doing anything wrong really, except just doing what she's told, which is the impression we kind of get, that none of the gems are really doing anything besides the diamond. the diamonds.
Correct.
Yeah. I think a big takeaway with Centipedal would be, I think it's that. I think it's her relationship with Steven, which we flash back to the previous episode for and reference that a lot. And I think it's kind of the mental illness comparisons that the episode gets into a little bit. I mean, we kind of directly have Garnet explain that corrupted gems mean it's not that they physically tear, it's that Bear Bear's mind tears the fabric of his mind. Were you feeling this as kind of a mental illness comparison?
I was thinking that. I was thinking it was that, and it was kind of like almost like brainwashing, and like I don't know. It's hard to pin down like a clear comparison. Obviously, there is that mental illness thing. And I also got like some sort of vibes from Pearl saying to Amethyst to like be sensitive and like I don't know, stop like making fun of them.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So
I feel like a lot of this was really vague, and I don't know if they necessarily went super in. I don't know if they're necessarily commenting specifically on anything. Just kind of generally about non-visible illnesses or something like that. And at the end, Amethyst is like, yeah, it's my style. Don't make fun. I'm not. I thought that was really interesting too. Yeah. Again, I don't really know what the moral is here, unlike the previous 4 episodes, which have clear morals. But I thought that was interesting. Justin,
don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, for sure, because they all assume that Centipedal's like not thinking, but she is. She just can't talk. Justin, takeaways with regards to Centipedal and Steven's relationship.
It was beautiful. You know, the slow remembering it. I think this is the best we've seen Steven's compassion like used in the series, because like with Peridot, it's like, Steven, this is the enemy, but oh yeah, I love the enemy. This was different. This was Steven basically trying to befriend what they thought was unknowing. It kind of goes a step farther, I guess. Like, Peridot being redeemed, yeah, that was possible. We'd seen Gems Rebel before. They thought making Centipedal one of them was impossible, couldn't be done. But Steven did that, and I think the fact that he took that care, and we see her reciprocate that, I thought it was probably the strongest we've seen Steven's character.
You know, we see a lot of these compassion things from Steven. I also had similar thoughts to this. For me, this is the closest the show has ever gone towards caring about not humans. Which is one of my big criticisms morally of the show. I'm not going to get super into that vegetarian preaching and stuff. The show doesn't super care about animals. Steven like actually cares about something that's not like a fully human characteristic. Then again, he relates it. He tries to explain it to the Crystal Gems. It's like she understands. Like she can talk like you guys. Like that's how he tries to explain it to them. You could say he's just trying to relate it to what they would understand. But yeah, I think this is kind of Steven branching out from his like human gem centric. Really just as human-centric because he relates gems to humans. So I did feel Steven a lot on this one, and it was very good, I think, and I'd prefer if they go in this direction more. Let's get into specifics, then we'll talk gem stuff. Or talk diamond stuff. I have starting. The comments are coming in. The
from
mailbag,
who?
for the random people on Tumblr. The mailbag is not open, but I guess so. Anon
The
says,
mailbag, aka your inbox.
My inbox. Anon says, I found it interesting the explanation of what a corrupted gem really is. Not totally the physical damage, but also the mental damage. It's also interesting how Steven is getting his old powers back. Maybe there's going to be a big plot point revolving this. Yes. So yeah, we talked about the mental damage, and I'm going to kind of sum up where we're going at the end of this. I feel like I have a good grasp on where the season is. And then I have another aspect that's about the diamonds, so I'll get there at the end. Okay, so quickly through the episode, Raven and Paul, MC Bear, I guess that was a thing before. Justin, you
I
wouldn't
don't
remember this.
remember.
MC Bear, yeah, man.
Okay.
There's been several MC Bears, most of which end up getting skewered by Pearl, to the best of my recollection.
Okay, season 1 plot. I see. You've got a tear. Yeah, put Steven smashing the plate. Pearl. What is the meaning of this? Yeah. That was very season 1, Pearl.
That was very too many birthdays. Why would you ruin the pie?
My healing spit is back. I believe you. I don't want you touching a broken plate. I'll find a broom. Like Pearl Mom at her best here for sure. I'll find some other stuff to break, says Amethyst. This is a good Amethyst episode, actually. A lot of some small good Amethyst moments. In Future Vision, asked to see one of the monsters in the bubble room. I lost a battle of wills, says Garnet, which is what happened in the previous episode too, exactly. So,
It always happens.
Yeah, but specifically with Garnet in that previous one.
She just has a weakness to Steven.
Yeah. Centipedal chaps are back, which is really strange. Even in, it's still strange now that they're called chaps. But
Eat some chaps.
Yeah.
Chaps.
Eat some chaps. You want to eat some chaps, Dylan?
No, spit in the gem eye. Human body, gem face. So it turns out the spoiler cartoon arc put out for this was kind of like an okay one to put out. It's still annoying because we knew the episode was about Centipedal, but we didn't know
we
that.
knew the episode was about Centipedal to begin with. I mean, if you didn't think it was about Centipedal.
Well, I didn't, not if you don't remember the first episode, which I had no memory of, but we didn't know that she had like the monster face still, so that was a surprise. We saw like the shot of her body and then it cut off, so that was interesting. Senti, you're back. Don't think she remembers them. Kisses. Centipedal sounds like mwah or whatever all the time.
Oh.
Best is Pearl's like, that's the best we've seen it worked. Guess it'll take more than a kiss to heal damage from the diamonds, and we get into.
I wonder what that could mean.
Well, we'll talk about that.
You can't heal things with love.
Oh, okay. Can't heal with love.
No. Hard work and perseverance.
No, I don't think that's what we're talking about, but maybe.
Yes.
Okay. She's not cracked, corrupted. Yeah, we talked about this. Made a promise, please. Let her move in. I like this because it's like now we're just having all the gems move in now. I thought we were gonna be like, let's just put her in the barn with the rest of our B cast, but I guess not. You're correct. Yeah, corrupted roommate, says Amethyst. Some gems are beyond our help, says Garnish. The very season 1 line again. This great scene with Centipedal and Steven. Centipedal telling the story. What's her name? Gurgle click click. Gurgle click click. Remember saving from the seagull or adventure in the ice caves when I electrocuted you. They sing that I Love Chip song. Just have to draw memories with Earth crayon. I'm sure you're used to super advanced space crayons, but we make do. I like how Steven's like even parodying the gem stuff now. That's interesting.
Centipedal is so cute.
Mm-hmm.
She's so cute.
I love it. Props to I don't know who specifically it would be working on the episode, but the emotions they managed to get out of this had to be hard. You have the eyes in the mouth. So making this work emotionally, as far as facial features and showing emotion, they did amazing. Right. Like they managed to elicit so much emotion with just strange facial design.
Raven and Paul boarded this episode. Props to them.
Good job.
It's interesting if we had Centipedal kind of like fully healed, because I feel like she's like a vicious commander. So I don't know if she would be cute then, but I think that'd be interesting.
She's always gonna be cute.
I guess if you think like Jasper's cute, then you know, it's.
I don't think. Well, okay. I think Centipedal is better than Jasper.
We don't. Okay.
Hands down. That's
bold the
claim that Sam's
It's
making.
actually an interesting theory that we could talk about later about Centipedal and Jasper.
We'll talk later. Yeah, we'll get into theories. Language of art. Steven wants to use. Were you feeling that, Sam? Them using the language of art.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, it is a very translatable language.
Yes, good. You remember we were buds. You were in some kind of spaceship. Look kind of like you. Your crew. You were a captain. You guys don't salute like that. Look so easy when Peridot did it. Yeah, like that. I didn't remember this being a thing. That
there's a message received where she's like, "My diamond, facet, blah 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 blah."
Sure. I didn't think this was a thing, but now it is a thing. Yeah. I mean, it was a thing before. Now it's like a explicitly mentioned thing by the show.
Did you like this scene, Dylan? Because I know we talked last week, Stephen Floats, about how you hate when they just draw the audio. Would you consider this one of those things, or did you like this?
No, this wasn't. Yeah, so in Stephen Floats, we had a visual depiction of what they're saying, storytelling of audio. I do not think this is that. This is storytelling through the drawings, and Stephen's just saying a word or two about what we're seeing. So I do think that the drawings are doing the storytelling. I actually very much liked how they animated this. We start with like Stephen showing him like holding the papers up, and then it like full screens onto the screen. I think it was really well done. Definitely a big fan of that. Yeah, you and your crew, lots of ships, Earth, building. Yeah, they're building stuff. They were the ones. The homeworld sent crews like this to build the stuff we saw in season 1 on Earth.
Like the Sea Spire and stuff.
Yeah, like Sea Spire and stuff. And this is one of those
alternate
crews.
Earth theory disproved.
Yeah, no, this is proving it.
How is it proving it?
Don't worry about it. But that's my read on this. That the Centipedal's crew is one of the ones who's building like all the the gem objects on Earth before humans. Agree, Justin?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was clearly their mission. Yeah. Gem war fights, the crossing off, other people said. Separated fighting, orders from commander to retreat. Running from what? Sound, a song. I think Steven says a song. Yeah. And then crying. This is great. That light, where did it come from? Damage from the diamonds. 3 diamonds.
Ooh.
There's definitely stuff there.
I figured it out already. I solved
was this picture referencing the 3 diamonds or just white diamond? Because the way the background was.
I think it's just 3 diamonds. Why would it be referencing white diamond? Because it was a white background?
The white under that, and also it's kind of like a white blinding light. I'm wondering if white diamond is the one who gives the orders.
That's reasonable.
I don't know. She didn't really have too much of an expansive color palette, though.
Yeah, there was no colors, so I don't think you
the 3 diamonds separately.
Like there were colors, like in the John, like the scene, but like
she had yellow. We know she had yellow. Was Yellow Diamond her commander?
Yes,
we don't know that, do we?
It was.
It was so the commander was yellow. Yeah, but I don't think the commander was a diamond because the diamonds come in at the end.
You're a diamond.
Anyway.
Well, white diamond might come in at the end.
We'll talk about this. Centipede reverting can heal you again. How can I help you? Says Steven. They find the ship. They teleport somewhere for the first time in forever to the ship. I guess they come back and Steven floats from
that
like
callback. Because that's the ship from Friendship where Peridot was hiding out. How did Peridot not see the other Centipedals?
Was that? Yeah, I was wondering. Was that ship that Peridot was in for sure?
Same background, definitely. So unless they reused animation, which is not like this show,
I mean, it could just be a similar looking ship, you know.
It's the exact
Maybe they
same.
were asleep.
Yeah, I guess
that's possible.
Yeah.
Rule of cool.
Yeah, sure. Reverting the hands. I love she tries to put her hand on the scanner and can't. That was really great. And Steven opens it again. Notable.
Steven's a diamond.
Okay, we're getting to this, Sam. Other Centipedals. Yeah, we talked about the Mastile thing. You brought her back to her ship. Her crew, they've been waiting here for her. She told us her writing decently legible. The ship is her bubble now. Teach me how to write in gem. So, okay. Why they speak in English but write in gem? Okay. We can discuss that. But complicated, and you won't have much use for it. Says Pearl. I want to know. Hi, how are you? Where's the bathroom? And I'm sorry. Good job, Steven. I don't think the gems go to the bathroom, but yeah. So first of all, I want to talk about gem writing.
Amethyst likes doing it. She said so in the episode Catch and Release.
Yeah, Amethyst
we did get
like a fish.
She like shape shifts herself like a digestive tract.
Justin, have we seen gem writing before?
I don't think we've explicitly called it that. We might have seen it maybe on the control panel or in the
we might
something
have seen
Peridot related.
Like not know, right? That's
like on Peridot screens, on the moon base, something like that.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the first time in Crayon, however.
Yeah. So I this is new info to me, but I don't know why they have their own kind of squiggly language. This is I guess this is evidence against the humans creating gems, because why wouldn't they write in human language? But at the same time, I don't know.
Unless what they're writing in is basically some kind of visual computer language.
Yeah, it's probably some form of code to them. I guess maybe this is what they're coded in.
Scribble, scribble, scribble.
Yeah, the gems probably have some kind of translator, which is why we hear it as English. I mean, that's a basic sci-fi trope.
That's the Doctor. You're saying the Doctor Who is happening with them.
It's not just Doctor Who, but yes.
I mean, maybe it originates there. I don't know, but yeah, it's so would the gems be able to speak in any language in the world? I don't know. We probably discussed this at some point, but
they probably have to, because they go and conquer these other worlds.
I don't think they need to talk to them, but yeah, that's
alternate Earth theory.
Okay, let's talk about diamonds. So
robots.
I will present to you the evidence that once and for all proves that Rose is Pink Diamond from this episode. This episode, I believe, proves, and I was out on this for a while, but I'm back on.
Yeah, you were.
It was going back and forth. Rose is Pink Diamond. Let me try to remember. Okay, so first of all, 3 diamonds. Why are there 3 diamonds and not 4 diamonds? Because Rose is rebelling, and now there aren't 3 diamonds. Now there aren't 4 diamonds anymore. There's just 3 diamonds. Number 1. I think that explains the 3 diamonds. Number 2. The blast of light that comes, the power of the diamonds to take out Centipedal and her crew. So why are the homeworld diamonds destroying them? That's my question. Like,
cover up evidence.
Like, I guess they just want to kill everything, but like they didn't. But so here's my explanation. This is Rose's nuclear bomb ending the gem war. Rose is a diamond. She uses the power of the diamond to end things once and for all. This is what Centipedal is seeing, the light from the diamond. And there's also a song. I mean, who do we know that sings? Only the crystal gems. So I feel like that's a clue. This is Rose wiping out the homeworld side on Earth. And so it's Rose that corrupted Centipedal, which makes this all the more poetic and ironic and stuff like that Steven is the one now that is trying to save her.
But it actually makes sense. Rose cares about all life. In Monster Buddies, Pearl does say even your mother couldn't heal the corrupted gems. If Rose does care for all life and she corrupted them, she would try to fix them.
She would. So she corrupted them. She feels a responsibility to try to fix them. Further evidence, Steven can open the door on the ship. We've seen this before with Steven. Can kind of just do anything. Steven's kind of a diamond since Steven's Rose, as Sam's saying.
Steven's pretty OP.
This is why does Steven have so many powers? Why are we building up Steven's powers? Are we going to reveal that Rose was Pink Diamond and that Steven is now a diamond, and that's why he's all these powers? Boom. There. So
mic drop.
Mic drop. Let's read the comments I'm getting. So Anonymous says, this might be why Steven got his dream powers. He might try to go into the corrupted gem's mind and fix them from the inside.
Ew, I don't like that.
That's interesting.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, the Teen of Steel says, diamonds were brought up again. I feel like we are going somewhere big with them soon. And once again, only 3 diamonds were shown. Now we know more about the true power of the diamond being able to corrupt a gem. Justin, are you in or out on my evidence from this episode that Rose is Pink Diamond?
I'm in, partially due to the fact that the only time we ever see the 4 diamonds together is when it's from tech that predates the Gem War. Plus, there's all the old stuff about like Pearl's space outfit having the pink diamond on it, stuff like that. So it's pretty strong, especially in this episode. There's a lot of evidence for it. Rose is probably Pink Diamond.
I feel like you were out on this.
I really was.
Ago.
I really was. However,
evidence is pretty strong. Huh? Yeah.
But my question becomes now: will Steven ever have the full powers of a diamond because he's half human, half gem?
Yes,
but the other question: is Stevani a diamond? If a diamond fuses with a non-diamond, it's still a diamond. No. Yes, it is.
That's not the other question. That's
my other question.
Way down the line, the 50th question to ask about this. We'll talk. Okay, we'll get more into this, Sam. But in or out on my evidence for Rose?
Dude, I was in before you just did all that.
I feel like you were out though on this.
No, I wasn't.
I feel like you were out on this.
I was not.
But
Dylan,
are you?
I feel like you have a bad time remembering events from before this podcast.
I feel like
I
you
like
do,
Centipedal, and she thought Rose was Pink Diamond.
Anyway,
Dylan-
do you agree with my evidence from the episode? Let's phrase it like that.
Yes, I do. I just want to make it clear. Who was the one sending you all of the Pink Diamond fan theories? Me.
There's a long arc here with the Pink Diamond fan theories.
I'm going to go back in our chat logs.
At the very least, the fandom was out on this as of January.
No, they weren't.
They were. No,
they weren't.
They were. I think so. We'll check the Tumblr
your
logs.
word is not law.
But so my biggest evidence for this is the why is the power of the diamonds being used on Centipedal if Centipedal is pro Earth? That's kind of you can make the argument though that like the other diamonds are ruthless and for some reason they need to wipe out their own for some reason. Like I feel like this is a good explanation too though.
Didn't realize that. Well, Centipedal was separated from the rest of its crew.
So maybe she got caught up
got
with.
hit though. But the whole crew got hit.
Crew got hit too.
Maybe
right?
it was just like a whole entire just giant thing that wiped out the crystal gems and whatever homeworld gems were on.
I guess that's the surface level explanation, right? Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. So it's interesting. We'll
Get rid of everybody to save a few.
Yeah.
Save the diamonds.
Okay, so let's see where we're going to continue on. Let's see where we are going forward. So I've identified first 3 big plot threads that we need to resolve going into the finale. As basically kind of everyone, I've gotten like 3 separate sources now after last episode telling me that Sam and I talking about how we don't like the focus on the Beach City residents, and they're like, okay, what if we need to do that because something's gonna happen with them soon? Which I think
they're gonna die.
Right. So why did this just suddenly come up from all of our commentators? Like a lot of it at once, hive minds on this. But yeah, so the provisional title for the last episode of the season is "Last One Out of Beach City."
So there's going to be a similar thing happening.
Right. So the theory would be, why are we focusing on the residents of Beach City now? Well, because we're destroying Beach City in the finale.
And we need to care about them so that we'll feel sad.
So we'll feel something about this. This is our last opportunity to interact with them. It's not necessarily that they're all going to die, but Beach City's destroyed. We're going to move locations in the show. Maybe we're going to Homeworld for the next season. Maybe we're going to a different colony. Something like that. So I think that's plot thread number 1 is like the fate of Beach City. Justin, where are you on this? Agree? Beach City's done?
I think, I don't, maybe Beach City itself, I think the people will be fine. My theory is we're going to actually see the Beach City residents get involved in some way.
Yeah.
With the fight. Think kind of like the Watermelon Steven fight, but with people we actually care about instead of just an army of Watermelon Stevens.
You didn't care about the Watermelon Stevens?
Not everyone by name. I cared about them as a hive mind, but not each individual Watermelon Steven.
Oh my god.
I cared about like a few of them, but you know.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you not care about the one that says goodbye to her family and then
I cared about that one.
How dare you not care about the Watermelon Steven dog? Come on.
I cared about that one too.
Okay, so yeah,
I didn't care about random Watermelon Steven number 47.
So that's my reaction. So we're doing something with the citizens of Beach City, right? And
Yes.
Right, so that's for sure. I think they're dying. I think not that they're dying. I think Beach City's done. I think we're moving away for future episodes. So that's plot thread number 1. Plot thread number 2 is obviously Steven's powers. Like this is obvious that okay, now we can read. I don't know if I read Tina Steele's asks, but the diamonds were brought up again. I feel like we're going to go somewhere big with them soon, and once again only 3 diamonds were shown. We are now able to know more about the true power of the diamonds being able to corrupt a gem. I feel like I might have read that, but
Yes, you did.
but yeah, so diamonds. So that's number 3, but number 2 is Steven's powers. We've just, this is the biggest one, right? Like we've had a million Steven's powers now, so we're doing something with this. Where are we going with Steven's powers? What's Steven gonna be able to do? What's this leading to? And the answer is, at least as of now, that I think is that we're leading towards this being a big thing about Rose, and so let's stop there. So it makes sense to lead Steven's powers to Rose because the powers come from some form from Rose and Steven's Rose and stuff like that. Plot thread number 3 is I think we're doing something with Rose. The reason being all this stuff with Steven's powers, future stuff we're gonna get soon with Rose, I guess. But just generally, we brought up Rose again in Mr. Greg. I feel like we're finally gonna lead to a Rose revelation. This is not this out of the three of these. This doesn't need to happen immediately. A big Rose thing. This could just be eventually. Like, it's not super pressing, but if you tie it together with Steven's powers, okay, Rose was Pink Diamond. That's why Steven does all these things. Steven somehow has the diamond powers remanifested through him being part human, and it makes for interesting things. That's why he can do all this stuff. And now, had we learned that Rose was Pink Diamond, maybe we see some sort of really significant Rose flashback, or somehow we get Rose like manifest on through Steven for like Steven turns into Rose for a second and talks to the gems or something like this in the finale.
That's like some Avatar stuff.
So you want Avatar Kyoshi, basically?
Yeah,
is what you're asking for.
I'm asking for more Avatar Day. That is the best episode. We need more of
that is essentially what you want, just Avatar Day.
I just want more Avatar Day. That's all I want.
We'll go to a festival where the humans celebrate the failure of the crystal gems, and then they'll have to set the record straight on what actually happened, and Steven gets thrown in jail.
Stop. Okay. Didn't need to relive that for a second, but that's okay. Yeah, so
Avatar Day wasn't that bad.
It was a fun episode.
No, it's fine. You can check my rankings for more.
I'm not guilty.
So any other plot threads, Justin, that need addressing that we're building towards here?
We need to fix Ronaldo and Jane, and we need to fix it now.
Yes, I agree with that, but no, that's not.
Because could you imagine if all of Beach City dies before these two get back together?
Yes.
Could you imagine how heartbroken that would be? That was not English. I apologize.
Yeah. So I don't care about that. But, I mean, I care about Jane. I was just saying how Jane was the best thing yesterday. But now we have more significant things to talk about, so I don't care anymore.
Talk about the B team. We need to talk about the auxiliary gems, right. I like to call them.
So what's happening with Peridot, Lapis, and are we bringing Jasper back? I guess that's plot thread number 4. So we can get into that.
Plus any miscellaneous gems that come up by finale time, saying no spoilers, but anything else that happens must be addressed. I think that we're going to see, like, my theory is that we're going to see 2 teams form, the Temple team and the Barn team, and we'll see them like fight together at the finale. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, I'm going to give you Dylan's provisional finale, season 2/3 finale right now. I have my vision. I will give you the finale. I will revise this as we get more information. But here's the current
not
vision.
Steven's. Dylan's future vision.
Dylan's future vision says Yellow Diamond finally comes down in the finale. About to destroy Earth with her diamond powers. Steven goes up to Yellow Diamond. Rose comes out of Steven temporarily somehow. Battles one-on-one with Yellow Diamond with their light beams. It turns into Harry Potter 4, the end with the things, and they're doing yellow versus pink going at each other.
Oh my God.
It blows up Beach City. Beach City's destroyed. Yellow Diamond's repelled back, but only temporarily. It rose back into Steven. Steven and the Crystal Gems have to get back try to lure Yellow Diamond away from Earth. They teleport. They finally fix somehow they can go away from Earth again, and they go to a different Earth colony, both to hide from Yellow Diamond and to lure Yellow Diamond away from Earth. And the only problem is plot thread that I've just remembered, number 5, the cluster. How is that going to come into play? Because that hasn't been... That's been resolved, but only temporarily, we assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
A giant Galactus woman is just going to come out.
Maybe Rose utilizes the cluster to repel Yellow Diamond.
So we're getting the Never Queen, is what you're saying, Sam. Female Galactus, in essence.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
The only problem with this is that it seems way too on the nose and too big and too Avatar-y for Steven Universe, like what I just
also I think we've been building to I don't think the show would have Rose show up in a fighting capacity, simply because we've been building up Steven ready to fight, building him up, and to kind of have it Steven doesn't actually have to fight at all. I think would kind of it sounds cool in theory, but I think in practice it would almost feel too Deus Ex Machina.
Well, sure. Like, I mean, I don't think so. I think they would have built that up properly. I think it could be. I mean, the Deus Ex Machina part is Rose coming out again. I think it's like we get a visual thing of like Steven flashing to Rose, flashing to Steven, flashing to Rose as they unleash the power together type of thing.
What?
Like, I think that's like how you do that.
That was the most Power Rangers thing that's ever come out of your mouth.
So I purge it then. It's also a very anime-y type thing, which we could
Steven Universe is the
it's now
Western
an anime, so yeah.
The Western anime.
Yeah, so there's my finale theory. I will revise as we go, but I feel like this is the type of things we're gonna get into. I mean, there's a lot more stuff, like how is our new gem next week gonna factor in?
What is that a spoiler, Dylan?
Or what?
That's what I've been calling. It's an official spoiler that we name her, but I've been avoiding the name.
Excuse me?
Yeah, says you who knows all the spoilers, but okay.
I actually don't know this one, so
what are you talking about?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You're gonna
you just don't know how I'm phrasing. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Anyway, Justin, last comments on theories to come out of this.
For theories to come out of this episode or this?
Anything that I've been saying, anything revolving this episode theories-wise.
I think we're going to, at some point this season, I stand by, we're going to get some White Diamond information, because White Diamond we have not heard about. Pink Diamond, yeah, if it's Rose, that's why they're keeping it quiet. They have no reason to keep White Diamond quiet unless there's something bigger. If it's just a diamond, why would they not have said something? But there has to be something bigger. And I really think we're going to find out something soon.
I don't know if we've seen enough White Diamond to necessitate, but I agree with some.
We have seen no White Diamond.
Right, so that would be my thing.
We need something. We've heard a little bit of Blue Diamond. We've seen Yellow Diamond. We think we know who Pink Diamond is, and we get why they would be saving that. We got to find some White Diamond first, I think.
Oh yeah, what's Centipedal's name, by the way?
Senti.
No. Sam, comments on any of this theory stuff?
So, I like what you were saying earlier about how you think it's Rose who sort of like let out this blinding light that like corrupted all of these gems. We sort of talked about it earlier, but I just want to like reiterate and like re-articulate how like I don't know how interesting that is and how I kind of hope that is the case, because it's like just sort of like Rose sacrificing.
This definitely gets into evil Rose theory, like
well, not
evil, but like morally gray, you know.
It's like AZ from Pokemon XY.
I mean, it's the U.S. at the end of World War II, right? Like it's however you interpret that, but that's what's going on
it's
here, so.
Sacrificing all of these lives essentially for what you perceive as the greater good, and honestly, I don't think there would be any reason why it wouldn't be Rose who did that. Like, I recall there being like Garnet or whoever saying back in the day, like Rose could only save like a handful of her like close friends, and blah blah blah, just stuff like that. So I don't know, it just like all sort of like connects, and then like I like that moral grayness, and it gives it a more depth and more than just the diamonds are the bad guys. Well, Rose, as we know, is a diamond, but the main like 3 diamonds are like the bad guys, and it's like a clear-cut enemy we can fight. But I would very much like it if it wasn't that way, which I think the show is pretty capable of like displaying that. So let's see where it goes.
We're definitely gonna get more morally gray stuff then. The diamonds are the big bads, and that's it. You know, we're for sure gonna get into that.
I like moral grayness.
Yeah. So yeah, interesting stuff. Comments, I'm sure we'll get lots of comments on this. Tell me why. Defend the Rose is not Pink Diamond side. We didn't get that represented here. We'll get into this more.
I don't think anybody's really gonna.
I'm telling you, the last time we discussed this on the podcast, all of us said no. Like I proposed.
No, we didn't.
Maybe you weren't on it, but I'm telling you, everyone said no. Like I was like, push comes to shove, yes or no, and everyone said no. So that's.
It was probably a round table, and that's why I was on it.
Yeah.
I am episode discussion only.
Yeah, your contract dictates that. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, tomorrow, Alone at Sea, highly anticipated by Dylan, Lapis episode. Can't wait.
I guess.
I'm nervous about the execution, but we'll see. Greg the baby.
You're gonna have to tell me about these spoilers because
I guess you're not seeing any of these spoilers. Okay, that's interesting.
I'm not.
Yeah, Greg the babysitter on Friday. Also going to be a big episode, and then we have our titles for next week, and it's going to be interesting. So, still waiting on that last week of titles, but we'll
share
see.
all of this information with me after the podcast, Dylan.
Nope, I can't do that.
Can you share it with me too?
No, I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Why not?
Okay.
It's only for the privileged know the spoiler titles.
Excuse me.
Only I can tell. Only I'm capable of knowing.
Okay, Dylan.
Okay, I think you know all this stuff, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, overlyanimated.com.
Really
let us know comments, YouTube comments, the website comments, and Tumblr asks, and tell me why I'm wrong on this, and give us your finale theories. Give us your pitch for the finale, and maybe we will see. I mean, it's going to be a revolving finale, like theory. Like, we'll get more info soon, so we'll get into that more. Subscribe to us or support us on Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to Mitch Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Angie, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, Catherine, Taylor, Davon, and Jade, aka Fever, Mitch Cordell, The Beats Exchange, Nathan, Fillion, Buzz Lightyear, Mailman, Richos, Jennifer, Bro, Brian, Cook, Cat, Needle, TBD, and Jewel. We will be back tomorrow to discuss Alone at Sea. Lots of hype for that. And we'll be with you the rest of the way, probably on Summer Steven. Thank you guys very much for listening. Let us know what you thought, and bye.
Bye.
That was quick. Bye.